On this episode, the legend, Fat Joe, stops by.
The Ask Garyvee Show.
Hey everybody, this is Garyvee, Nerd Chuck, and this is episode 218 of the Ask Garyvee Show. And if you're a Jersey boy, East Coast, if you love music, you're as happy as I am right now because I have a legend with me. Fat Joe, my man. Why don't you tell the Vayner Nation, for the one person who's watching this and who knows where in the world that doesn't know who you are, why don't you spend a minute to say hello to the Vayner Nation?
How's it going, my brothers? My name is Fat Joe, originally from the Bronx, New York. Reside in Miami for the last 14 years.
The weather?
Amazing in Miami. Originally a member of the Digging in the Crates crew. That's Lord Finesse, Showbiz. Happy birthday, Lord Finesse. Showbiz and AG, Diamond D, OC, Big L, rest in peace. Then the leading founder, president of Terror Squad, that's rest in peace, Big Pun, Remy Barr, DJ Khaled, the list goes on, Cool and Dre, whatever, and Fat Joe, bro.
Listen, I'm sure everybody knows, and if they don't, that's their mistake. Tell me what's on your mind these days. A lot of people that are watching right now, entrepreneurs, marketers, business people, the kind of people you would enjoy. I was born in Russia, came up, baseball cards, lemonade stand. A lot of people watch us hustling, making things happen. What's going on in your business world? What are you excited about? Wow. Obviously, Khaled had this phenomenal situation the last year with Snapchat. Mm-hmm. Obviously you've been out and about.
Well, I'm president of Urban and the Latino division of a company called MarketAmericaShop.com. Yep. And we teach people how to be entrepreneurs and teach them the importance of residual income.
Yes.
Working one time in your life and always getting paid for it forever. So I work with my Latinos and my black people on this business, but the business been around for 24 years, and Asians and white people have made $3.5 billion doing this business right here. So I'm teaching the Latinos and the black people how to do this. We sell vitamins, we sell makeup, motives, cosmetics. So I've been doing that for the last 2 years, as well as I've always been doing my music. My main hustle is my music. I've been doing that since day one.
When did music hit your life, like literally out the womb? Like when you were 3, you're like...
Well, I loved music since day one, but growing up in the Bronx, emulating my brother, you know what I'm saying? Looking out my window. Outside my window is pretty much where hip hop was created.
Of course.
And we had what they used to call jams, block parties right outside my window. So me being 4 or 5 years old, I used to see them come outside and bring the turntables, and I used to go out there and listen to the music, and I just fell in love with hip hop, break dancing and graffiti. I got into so much trouble writing graffiti, the trains. I got thrown out of maybe 6, 7 junior high schools writing graffiti. And then I got into rapping and battle rapping everybody, and I always say I was the original Eminem. Because, I used to battle a whole bunch of black kids, but I had blonde hair and green eyes, and I was kicking that gangster shit, and they was looking at me like I was fucking crazy every time, and here we are.
Yep. So actually, now I'm being selfish. I'm sorry, I'm just taking full advantage. What's your point of view on the current state of hip hop? Like, what are you seeing out there? What are your thoughts on some of the people that are coming up? What people are listening to?
I love J. Cole.
Yep.
I'm a huge J. Cole fan. I love his freedom of expression. Pusha T's my favorite album. I love Kanye West's new album. I love music, man, and everything gotta evolve. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love our era that I came out in the 90s. Yep. But I also think that the era before ours, LL Cool J, Public Enemy, Heavy D, KRS-One, was better than ours.
Sure, you grew up with it, right?
Yeah, I grew up with it. So, I just
feel like a lot of the legends, the people that have been through it, like yourself, sometimes too often are quick to downplay 7 years ago the South or new guys that come up? Like, do you feel like there's too much of that? Like people are trying to push against it because it's not theirs?
Yeah, I
That's what you're saying,
I just
evolve?
believe it needs to evolve.
That's
I
right.
just believe that
Because it
music-
will, right? Either you
gotta go,
accept
either
it,
you win
or
it
you
or,
fight- exactly.
or it leaves you
Exactly.
behind.
Exactly.
And I don't want to sound like the grouchy old rapper.
Right, in my day.
Yeah, in my day it was
Yeah,
like this and
it was
that. So
better.
you gotta just, embrace the youth,
You ready to answer some questions?
Absolutely.
India,
Ready?
you ready to ask some questions?
I am.
India, did you think that you would have a day in your career where you're gonna ask Fat Joe questions? Was this something that you thought as a little girl growing up in San Francisco?
No.
Yeah, okay. Let's fire away.
Cool. First one's from Clayton.
Oh, video.
Yeah, I got
Clayton.
those.
All right.
Hey Fat Joe, welcome to the show. Question I have is, you did that song with Ashanti a while ago. I think it was called What's Love. How do artists ever hook up, and how do they get to collaborate with each other? Like, is there somebody, like producers arrange that, or like an agent, or how does that happen?
How do collabos happen? I mean, take it away.
A lot of times with me, when I make music, I hear certain artists on it, and I reach out and I hope they want to work with me. And
Flat out, you're like playing. You got it in your head, and you're like, oh, this would be perfect.
so let's skip that. Let's
ahead.
just say Cool and Dre. Scott Storch made Get It Popping, and I immediately heard Nelly on there.
Yeah.
So we reached out, and Cool and Dre made up the hook, and I reached out to Nelly, and I was like, Nelly, do you want to do this hook over for me? And he said yes. So we heard him on the song. So Make It Rain, I wrote the hook to Make It Rain, and I heard Lil Wayne on it because it was a South song. And I was like, yo, Wayne, could you do this over? He did it. So you hear certain artists that you want to collaborate with on the songs, and you hope they do it.
Have you ever been devastated when you really wanted?
Not devastated, but I've been chasing Future on this album, and he's been acting real Hollywood with me. Like acting like he don't want to do the song, to be honest with you. But,
Playing hard to get, you think?
Yeah, hard to get. Sometimes it's like that,
Of course. Let me play it in for everybody who's watching. Same thing in business. A lot of people always ask me, how do you get in angel deals when you invested with people, when you're doing these things? It comes in all forms. Sometimes it comes to you. Sometimes you reach out. But I was curious how you were going to answer it. I think sometimes people try to big up too much and they have too much pride and they don't want to reach out. When you want something, you have to go out and grab it. And I love that instead of you saying, oh, sometimes it comes to me or this and that, you said, look, I hear somebody I want it, I'll reach out. Sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no. But way too many people watching right now. Do you know how successful this man is in his genre? Do you know how many of you are too proud to reach out to do something with somebody and you haven't made shit happen yet?
Nah, that's not how it works.
No, it is not.
That's not how it works.
I think one thing, and I'll use this moment, I've been wanting to say this, to really win, you have to equally pull at ego and humility. What do you think?
Well, the new Fat Joe.
And when did the new
the
Fat
very-
Joe come out? In your mind?
Maybe this year.
Okay.
And with, let's just say all the way up,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
I've had like riffs and not everything was so good between me and Jay-Z in the past.
Yep.
I reached out to him
Be the bigger
and
man.
and collaborated and we did the remix.
That was big news. in
I
this
did
world.
not
That was big
see
news.
I did not see eye to eye with Daddy Yankee. I got him on the Spanish remix. Me and 50 Cent made peace. We performed together not too long ago. I laid down.
Are you enjoying?
I'm
this?
enjoying it because
Good for
you eliminate all the barriers.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All the enemies and all
Did this
the people.
didn't this happen as a January 1 thing for you? Like, was this
No,
on
it
your
wasn't
mind?
a
Like, how did it
January
work?
1. It was just me. I tried all the wars.
Right.
And then I just said to myself, I said, you know what? I'm going to eliminate all obstacles. And I'm going to try to say, put all ego and pride aside. And let me just try the non-ego route. And let me try working with everybody and see how this works. And so far, we're platinum on the single, going to double platinum, and tours are opening
figure.
up and everything.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Go
Everything is.
positivity and it's a imagine
It's a
that.
magical miracle pill that seems to be working.
Yeah, it happens. I'm glad you
happens.
went there. It's been a theme of mine over my whole life, but I've been with all the shit that's going on in the world, if you can't go half glass full, if you can't be the person of change and drive positivity and optimism, I just think it's a mistake. India.
Craig asks, what do you think of people like Chance the Rapper releasing a lot of his music for free as a marketing strategy?
What do you think about Chance the Rapper? People like Chance the Rapper. What do you think about Chance's music?
I love Chance the Rapper.
What do you think about him?
What do you think about people like Chance and others that are putting out a lot of mixtapes, a lot of product for free as a marketing play or whatever their strategy may be?
I love it. I think you keep the relevancy and you keep the fans engaged, and I love it. I think it's a hustle. It shows that you dedicated to the art, and at the end of the day, the art wasn't meant to be materialism and everything's $1. It's about giving back to your fans anyway.
I think the one thing that a lot of you who are watching know is I don't have the $500 ebooks and the $7,000 courses. I do these shows for free. I pump out content at scale for free. Thousands of you email me every single month. You should charge for this. This is better than the shit I'm paying more for. It plays into that same thesis, which is yes, but that's why so many more of you follow me. You get more love. Of course. It's either you're running a marathon or you're running a sprint. Figure out what you're doing.
Exactly.
India.
Next one from TFM. OTW Houston asks, what is the most important or best aspect of a live music event or experience?
The most
I can't
important
answer.
aspect.
This is you.
The live experience.
Just getting the people engaged. You see, I try to die every time I'm on stage.
Die.
Die. Like
You go so hard that you just might
I try to
go.
die.
I like that.
I think I would love to die on stage.
Seriously,
And
right?
Seriously. And so what happens is
Good these days. You're
Thank
probably
you so
less
much.
likely to do that than
no,
back in
no,
the day.
no,
You were
but
more
I'm
likely.
trying,
You're looking good, man. Actually.
yeah, I've been trying, but I work out every day.
Back in the day, you might have been able to pull that off. You're looking good though now.
But what happens is I've analyzed this so hard to where times are hard and everybody doesn't have money like that. And everybody doesn't get money the same way. And I've analyzed it to where people buy tickets to go to shows to where every single dollar tells a different story. So everybody who's in this audience had to do a different thing, work harder, work extra hours, borrow some money, sell something that they really love to see their favorite rapper, do whatever. So every ticket tells a different story. So it's my obligation that if they went through their, through all these changes to see me being their favorite rapper, that I have to give them my all in the show.
I love that. What's your favorite? This is now me jumping in. What are some of your favorite venues to perform in? Do you have a favorite venue or two?
Well,
I saw you at City Field the
well,
other
my
day.
favorite show I've ever done in my life was last night. And
Hold on. Your favorite show?
I've ever done in my life. My best moment in my career was last night.
Well, I worked until 2 in the morning and I've been up since 5 working, so I need to hear the story.
So what happened was yesterday I did Summer Stage in Crotona Park in the Bronx. And it's the park I grew up in. It's like 3 blocks away from my neighborhood. My grandmother grew up 3 blocks in that direction. I grew up 3 blocks in this direction. They've never seen no shit like this. So it's usually 500 people at that. There was literally 20,000 people there and 5,000 people. No, I seen everybody's mother, everybody I went to school with.
You saw people you haven't seen in years?
It looked like Summer Jam, man. It looked like Summer Jam in the middle of the park I grew up in. I have a scar where I fell in the pool, where I have stitches. My father sold ices and beef patties in the summer in this park. Like, it was
a coming home.
Oh my God, man. I almost cried on stage and I'm too macho for that.
You never performed there before?
It was the craziest shit I ever seen in my life. So when I got on stage and it was overwhelming, when I looked out, it just looked like Yankee Stadium and it was my whole neighborhood and I was like, oh shit. And so many years I've been fighting for the Bronx and talking about, yo, I'm from the Bronx and representing the Bronx. And when I seen that they all came out, they were like, yeah, bro.
That's nice,
welcome
man.
home. You know what I'm saying? It was the biggest moment for me in my life.
Congratulations,
To be honest
man.
with
That's
you.
nice.
Thank you.
It is awesome.
So Martin.
Martin.
Hey guys, what's up? With who do you really want to work before you die? Keep up the good work.
I'll go first. I want to work with Vince McMahon.
Oh, WWF.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you why. WWE now, but we're old school. WWF.
No, we don't sound like
Yeah, I'm Macho Man Randy Savage.
Randy.
For me, I love storytelling, and I love people that love characters. When you think, what I get excited about is Walt Disney, Vince McMahon, people that create characters and IP, intellectual property. So for me, Vince is intriguing to me because I'm 40. I grew up in that era of the golden era of that Hulkamania, Macho Madness, and so
The Hulkster's my man.
yeah, Hulk was in here the other day. It was a lot of fun. So for me, it's Vince McMahon. You?
Shit. What was the question again?
do you
Because he
wanna
got
work
me
with?
fucked up. I was in Gary's world right now. What was the question again?
You want to work with before you die?
The person I want to work with before I die. I don't know. I think I would want to do a movie with Will Smith, something like that. You know, Will Smith.
Did you know Will when? I mean, you were around back then, so like, or was he a little early? Like,
He was earlier than me, and I met Will maybe once or twice. But I mean, like, if there's anybody I want to make a movie with, is Will Smith.
have you thought about doing collaborations on cross-genre music? Like, have you ever like heard a country singer?
Well, that's who I want to work with, country music.
Really?
Yeah, that's who I want to work with.
I can say, I actually, this is me from afar as a fan, like just thinking about it, I have a funny feeling that you would do quite well in collaborations in different genres.
It's true, and that's where I'm looking towards right now, country music.
Andy,
I mean,
I'm not
everyone's-
just predicting social media shit, Andy. I predict music
No,
shit.
it's the fucking truth. It's the truth. I'm looking towards country. I don't know. I don't know shit about country, but I fucking love that their fans are loyal. I love that their fans are fucking loyal, and I love they're like hip hop. They're just telling it their own way.
100%.
Coming from the ground up. I fucking love it.
You imagine that show
And some
and T
people-
Swift? That would be the summer
Well,
anthem.
some people get beat up at country shit too. I seen Kenny Chesney shit.
There's thugs everywhere.
We got thugs everywhere.
What do we got? One more?
That's it actually.
That's it?
Yeah, because you usually like to ask a question yourself. I feel like.
That's true. Okay. Just Joe, where are you at with social media?
Social media. At first, I was anti-social media.
Right.
So
By
it
the way,
took
real
me
quick, I
late
want
to get
I
on.
want to teach a lot of people here because there's a lot of youngsters. When social media came up, when I jumped on like 06, 07, 08, 09, when people were famous back then, it was just a small little thing, and it seemed it was a small platform.
We were more like private. We didn't want people to know our business.
Because the media was already writing stuff they didn't want anyway. So like, why do I need more of this? They didn't understand it and things of that nature.
I started very, very late. So with me, like, put it like this, I had a BlackBerry last year. BlackBerry doesn't even have Instagram and social media. So what happened was...
How was the conversion to a smartphone?
Once I
You
started,
liked it?
it was very great. Like, when I finally got me a fucking iPhone, I was like, where the
okay.
fuck it's
Oh,
been all my life?
Were you just holding that out of principle? You made a lot of wait a minute, real quick. You made a lot of changes.
A lot of
Technology. Yeah, I know. I'm watching. I know. Isn't it great?
Fucking phenomenal.
You love
And I
2016.
love 2016, and now I run my own social media, my own Facebook, my
Yep.
own Twitter, my
Yep.
own.
You doing Instagram?
I'm having fun.
What about
doing this shit.
Snapchat?
Snap too. I
When
fucking love it all.
when Khaled started blowing up in November, December, January, were you talking to him about it? Did you see it? Like what?
Well, it came from a real place. What happened with Khaled was, and this could be breaking news to the world.
Okay, I like breaking news.
What happened with Khaled was at a very low point in his life. He had an album come out that didn't do too well. That's right. He had some very close friends that started to turn their back on him. And he found himself in his home on the talking to the lion and talking on the kayak and the Rafe talk and then he was just discovered this Snap thing. So he just started talking and being humble and talking to the people, and the next thing you know, people discovered what I discovered 10, 15 years before, that he's the most amazing motherfucker on earth, and now he turned into Beatlemania.
It's insanity.
So that's how we all, you know, America got to discover the real DJ Khaled. And it's amazing because other than that, you know, so in other words, you had to go through adversity. You have to fall to get up.
And he really got up.
Oh, shit.
I mean, he's taking Ariana all the way up.
He's all the way up.
All the way up.
I mean, I don't know what he might be selling dog food next.
He's selling everything. Everybody wants him.
Milk.
His name is brought up in all 3 of these floors every day with every brand in the world.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Joe, you get to ask the question a day. Every guest that comes on gets to ask all these entrepreneurs, business people, you know, motivated individuals, any question. Hundreds of answers on Facebook and YouTube. Any question you want to know from the masses.
My question is, what are we going to do about these police killing these people in America, and how can we change it? Because my fans and my followers are asking me this, and I'm not God, I'm not Jesus Christ. I don't have the answers. Right? So maybe you guys can give me the smartest answers in the world, because what are we gonna do? Because I feel like America is going 100 steps back, you know, and it's like for all of us who took 100 steps forward and came together as one big race. And in this room alone, we have so much diversity, and we all look to each other as one big happy family. There's a group of us out there that's trying to erase that and split us up. And I'm tired of seeing men get killed, you know, by people power tripping, and there's nothing I can do about it. And it's getting really, 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 really scary out there. And I love my country, and I don't have the answers.
Well, great. My team, let's round up 5 or 7 of the best ones and get it over to him as well to make sure he sees them. Joe, this is a real honor for me to have you on the show, my man.
Thank you, Gary.
I wish you continued success. You keep asking questions, we'll keep answering them.